great ideas, and I think our guest Hila Ross, she typifies that uh, a person doing transformative work on a very sort of like a real kind of level, and I'm going to explain, or I'm not going to. Not going to try to explain. I'm going to let Hila explain her work with after school daycare and music and all sorts of things.
Well, thank you for inviting me. Thank you,
Yes.
Lalo, for inviting me. And it's interesting, the Love School and those amazing kids that were playing
Yeah.
here. I'm
Yeah.
thinking, yeah, this is what school is about. It's about doing
Yeah,
what
it's
we love.
Inception. Yeah.
And I'd love to see it happening in schools. But I do have an after school care program, and it's called In Wonderland.
Nice.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, can you tell me about it? That sounds great. In Wonderland.
Yeah, what shall I tell you about it? It's fun. It's my playground. It's
Mhm.
where I play. I am a teacher. I'm a certified teacher, an art
Mhm.
teacher by profession. And
Yeah.
I moved to Canada from Israel, and I had a son. And at some point, I kept wanting to be with him. So I needed to reinvent what it is that I want to do other than teaching in school and have someone else take care of him.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of created an after-school care
Nice.
program, and it started from the school that he was walking to, he was going to, and then I would pick up some kids and we would go home, and the learning happened as we were playing on the playground and going home.
Yeah. Oh,
So
great.
the philosophy of In Wonderland is about wandering
Yeah.
and asking and being,
Wow.
and it's pretty much inspired by Waldorf education,
Mm-hmm.
Reggio Emilia, emergent curriculum.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm a learner in the group. We're
Yeah.
all learning.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, that's a great way to create this space that's yeah, you could use your full imagination to create something that's actually probably quite extraordinary. Yeah, can you give us some examples of some of the things that the
Totally.
kids do?
In the winter, the kids were all about boxes. We
Oh,
would
yeah.
go from the school, there's a corner store, and they would pick up boxes, and we come to the center, and it's a huge space, and it transformed into a castle and castle wars and different kind of imaginary games.
Wow.
And there was no Lego involved. There were nothing that we as the teachers, we didn't plan or programmed anything. We were just supporting
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
what's happening.
Yeah.
I was
Wow.
telling you before that, this invitation came in the moment.
Yeah.
And I had a yes in the moment to come. And I feel that I'm trying, whatever it is that I'm doing, to stay present in the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's so easy with the kids because they are totally in the moment.
Oh yeah, totally.
Right.
They're absorbing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. And
So-
yeah, it must be a great exercise for you too, just to like keep that sort of flowing too. Like I don't know. Kids' imaginations are voracious. It's amazing. Wouldn't
Totally
you say?
keep me on my toes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And I think my inner child is coming alive
Yeah.
in a positive way, right?
Great,
It's just
yeah.
bringing me back to that, to what we all have in us,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
Imagination, endless possibilities. Life is a playground.
Yeah.
It's all about having fun and doing what we love.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Oh,
I'm
that's
very
great.
grateful for
Yeah,
that.
like limitless possibilities, especially with kids. I don't know. I just find that the more that information and tactics, pedagogy, different ways that kids learn and grow. It's There's so much more choice for kids. I remember, like, of course, going to libraries and researching stuff, and there's one period of my life where I was just hungry for knowledge, and I just I'd hang out in libraries all the time for. Anyway, so like and now there's just like everything's right there, and it must be amazing to sort of get back down to sort of like actual sort of play too and creativity. You can be very creative with what you're wanting to imagine in Wonderland.
Right.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, there's a lot of knowledge around and a lot of different ways of getting information.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to being in the heart,
Mm-hmm.
how do we do that?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm learning from the kids.
And play is probably a good.
Yes. Play and whatever is
Access.
around us, whatever is close. And
Yeah.
for me, being in nature and being outside with them is another way to connect
Mhm,
to
mhm.
myself.
Yeah.
because when you're walking on the ground, whether it's sunshine or rain, and you pick up the leaves and the sticks and what's around us,
Mm-hmm.
it's you feel part of everything.
Yeah.
I guess part of what I love is being outside with them.
Yeah.
I was teaching in classrooms for such and such years, and it's not as much fun.
No.
And the body needs to move because we're all different type of learners, kinesthetic
Mhm.
learners, visual, audio, and we need different ways of being stimulated,
Yeah.
and
absolutely.
then give expression to our creativity.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
No, I totally hear that.
But you mentioned something about being with children, and as a parent myself, I think my recent passion is to work with parents.
Mhm.
I see what it takes from me as
Mhm.
a parent to stay centered, to really actually re-examine my values
Yeah.
and see, am I in my truth?
Yeah.
Or, I'm being triggered here. And guess who triggers me the most? My
Yourself,
son.
yeah.
My
I
son.
could- oh,
So with other
yeah.
kids, I
Yeah,
can really be more present, and the people usually that are close to us, you're right,
Yeah.
are major
Yeah,
triggerers.
exactly. Yeah. Wow. I
So
hear that.
working with parents is fascinating, and I did have last year a few meetings with parents. I called it Parenting from the Heart,
Mhm.
and we shared a lot of our challenges, and we did different exercises, and I shared some tools that parents can use. So I'd love to have parents contacted me, perhaps through the website in
Mhm.
wonderland.ca,
Mhm.
and to have a group starting in Vancouver.
Great.
And it's going to be play-based. It's going to be different character roles. Again, learning how to be better parents through creative ways, which for me means how to work on myself.
Yeah. Yeah. As a
Right,
process.
'cause-
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's being in a relationship. So unlike being in the lover's relationship, it's
Mhm.
being, as you know, with our children in a relationship.
Yeah, another kind of loving relationship, and like, yeah, definitely. And there's definitely a chance for both, for the child and the parent, and even for the facilitator or instructor or teacher to grow in that kind of situation. I think that's great because like that's what we kind of need. Those little those what are seemingly simple sort of connections, can be augmented, can be enlivened, enriched, and that will help us, you know, deal with all the information that we're getting. That way that we're a little bit more grounded to our family, and immediate family and others. I'm sure. Like, do you sort of feel that? Do you feel that there's that kind of um, uh, overflow from the play sessions into the family, and I was gonna ask you again about music too, like your work with music and singing with families, and yeah, could you talk about that just a little bit for me?
Yeah, I'm teaching in a program called Music Together, and
Mm.
we're basically sitting in a circle with families, and we're singing together. So we're reconnecting with our voice. And what I'm hearing from you is that there's disconnect and a lot of stress on families.
Mhm.
Um, and to bring ourselves back to connecting to the place of our own inner wisdom, because we know how to be. We know when we're reminded
Mhm.
what we love and what works for us. And it's
Yeah.
a lot about connection. You're right. It's about connection. It's about conscious relating.
Yeah.
It's about learning to be in community again and trust the community. Because people here are like, they're even afraid to ask for help sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm here for you. Just ask.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay. So singing and the voice, definitely a great tool to work with.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how people come to Music Together thinking, oh, it's for our kids, but actually it's for the adults.
Mm.
We know that we're doing that more so because kids
Yeah.
sing naturally,
Yeah.
and they do that.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
it's true.
they don't have their conditioning and the programming
Yeah.
that we as an adults, kind of put on mask and everything, and the personas, and are we singing nice? Are we doing this? It's like, no, let's just do it, da da da, whatever, off tune, whatever.
Yeah.
Just for the fun.
Exactly.
So yeah, so this would be something for me to definitely use with parenting sessions.
Mhm.
And another thought that I had is to actually bring the children to that circle.
Yeah.
At least in an age-appropriate way.
Yeah.
So from a certain age, and then have some sessions together.
Yeah.
And get immediate feedback.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
From,
Yeah. Definitely.
From what we want to create in that relationship.
Yeah. Oh, that's
But,
great.
Yeah. So lots of
Great
ideas,
idea.
and working
Great
with
idea.
other people. Again, you tapped on another thing is intergenerational work.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
was taking my group to a senior home, and it does magic.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I think it's really important. We kind of separate things in our culture. It's like, so this group age, and this. But actually, hey, we're community. Let's bring the babies
I'll
in. Let's
enjoy
bring the
it.
seniors in, and
I'll enjoy
be
it.
together. See what happens, right?
It's true.
So
I love that aspect of music. Like it's so convivial. It's like, you know, you can't sort of walk away from it. It's, it's in our hearts, and it's like those stories. It grounds us. It brings us, yeah, like I don't know. While you were speaking, I was thinking of just little, and like memories where, I remember singing in the car with my folks. Turn up the radio, Dad, I like that one. And he'd be singing along, and it was, yeah,
right.
I just like that. That was really grounding for me. So that work is great. That's really, really admirable. And like, yeah, getting families back closer. Yeah, amazing. Wow. Sorry, I got kind of lost in
Lost and found.
yeah, lost and found. But Hila Ross, this has been a real pleasure. Was there? Can we get more information? Can you give your website information one more
Yeah,
time
so
for us?
my website is
In Wonderland.
inwonderland.ca, and
In-
through the contact page, you can just email me. And I would also want to perhaps say
Oh yes.
westsidemusictogether.ca,
Oh yes.
which
Music
is the
together.
other program.
Uh huh.
And it's in community centers
Mhm.
all around Vancouver. There's one program that is happening somewhere here on the Drive in Britannia Center.
Oh yeah.
And
Great.
yeah.
Great. And you represent out on the west side for the.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
go ahead.
actually doing it in another community center, but it depends where a family lives, and then they can
Oh
go
yes, I see.
wherever it's close to them or what's convenient
Yeah,
for them.
it's convenient for
Yeah.
them, huh? That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you again, Hila Ross. This has been awesome. I really have enjoyed meeting you and finding out what you do, and it's great work.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
yeah, keep enjoying what you're doing. It
Yeah.
looks like you're happy.
Yeah, it's fun.
Cool.
Right on.
Good night.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We'll be right back with more interviews, some more music, and some more fun. This is great. Thank you.
Right on.